HipHopHumboldt.
Hey.
Yep, smoke good.
Hey, welcome y'all to this episode of the HipHopHumboldt Podcast. And let me tell you what, if you've been following the podcast for the last 5 years, I'm telling you, this is you guys are gonna know this is probably one of the dopest situations here right now, because for y'all that know, in the community in Humboldt County, we got the neighborhood kids coming through to the Arcata Playhouse, and they're on this podcast with me right now. I'm gonna just say I'm geeking out right now because I'm just so stoked on y'all's music, and it's a real blessing to have y'all on this podcast. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for real for having us.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, without a doubt. So what I wanted to do for the podcast is, you guys got the show coming up and then other shows too. So I wanted to, talk about, let's say, past, present, and maybe a little bit of future. I'm going to ask you your influences, what got you started in music, what the journey was like for you both, and talk about your previous work. And then we want to talk about the Voice of the Revolution album and the shows, how it's been on tour so far for you guys, and what it's looking like moving forward on the rest of the tour. Big time shout out to the Indigenous Cats too for joining y'all on the tour for a bunch of these stops. And I just personally saw the one, I think it was either in Eugene or Portland, the one that y'all did with the band, the full band and everything.
Yeah.
That was clean. Like,
Man.
yeah, you guys are really doing it. But I mean, even separate from, like the tour that's going on right now, you guys have just been such an inspiring force, a literal force for, opening minds and, getting knowledge to the people over the years. I kind of grew up with like Dead Prez and Immortal Technique as some of my like straight up like most favorite people influencing me. I learned a lot of my political education literally from them, from Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli. And so I learned so much, and it shaped my worldview so much. And I'm just so thankful that we have folks like y'all that are doing it, holding that torch, for right now. We need that more than ever. And so the youth really need that. So I can only imagine how many minds y'all have opened and put on game over the years, But yeah, you guys have put on so much game for the people. And so I feel like one of the questions that at least me and I feel that other people want to know too, is like, what are some of y'all's influences musically, even maybe politically too? Like, who is it for y'all that really, gets y'all going and taught y'all a lot?
I think when I was young, it was Immortal Technique. That was like the first person that like really, I was like, oh my gosh, he's speaking truth. Dead Prez, obviously. And then what, like Joey Badass.
Yeah. For me, definitely like Pro Era.
Oh, I was loving Pro Era, like, and then Joey B's that All American Badass album.
So
Like,
good.
the album was
So
so clean,
Rest in peace, Capital Steez, but Capital Steez was dropping knowledge,
Oh,
yeah.
big time. He was way ahead of his time. I literally go back and listen to Survival Tactics, Joey B and Capital Steez like every few months, like straight up,
For
Yeah.
real.
That's so dope, and those are names too, like that's gonna, connect and resonate with like people my age, because I'm about 40 and younger, because everybody's, knows Joey B, and you know what I mean, and has been listening for years, even since like Waves from way back. Shout out to Joey B. I saw him in concert years ago. That was a dope concert. He was opening for Logic.
Wow.
Crazy enough. Yeah. And it was a big venue down in San Fran. It was dope. So, Yeah, on the so one of the things about you guys' music is highly political, very, very charged, and I mean in the most positive way because it gets people going. Like this latest album does the same, but even way back, like I'm talking about like, and it's not way back, but like that. Shout out to y'all for that Kids in the Cages video that y'all did. That song, I've been playing that song like when my family member that's, they're a little bit, red leaning, a little bit Trump leaning gets in the car, I blast Kids in the Cages on it. Let them know, But so how did it feel for y'all? How does it feel for y'all to be able to create music like that? Like, to be able to actually take it to I feel like I said, you guys are holding the torch, like moving it forward for the people. It feels like it's like part of y'all's souls. Like, is it like really like what's in y'all's souls to be getting this type of music out for the people?
100%. I think we always like as artists, we're looking for people to be like, how come nobody's talking about what's going on? And then it kind of just became that point where we're like, well, we need to talk about it because we make music. We need to say it if no one else will. And yeah, I think it's literally straight from the soul. I think something guided by our ancestors, guided by the people before us, guided by the people that influenced us even do this, and it all came to this point. And it's almost like we have to because we could we could rap all day, we could make music all day about anything, but like at the end of the day, I feel like it really needs to mean something. Even if it's not politically charged, it needs to mean something. It needs to be something that the people could feel.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And at the
100%.
end of the day, like, like I was just saying, like, our music definitely is politically charged, but at the end of the day, it's really not because it's just fighting for human rights. We just care about people. We don't lean to the left, we don't lean to the right. We're middle with our feet grounded for the people and for the movement.
Yes, 100%. And I'm glad that you say that because that's the thing that people forget is like nowadays people are so used to the status quo that they feel like anything outside of that is like quote, maybe like radical. But in reality, this is just like human decency.
Hmm.
Like values that we should all be striving for as humans is to be free, to not let our brothers and sisters suffer, and stuff like that. And so I'm really glad you said that. That's crucial to keep in mind, because that's the thing that, as these, fascists they'll try to do is they want to paint things and paint the narrative in a certain way. And so it's up to us, especially like that's why I'm so thankful for y'all because y'all are doing it. Y'all are actually letting people know that no, this is like how it should be. Like you should not be just like okay with that status quo and letting our brothers and sisters suffer. And so thank you for saying that. Yeah. So uh I happened to buy along with the hoodie. I bought one of your vinyls for the one that had the kids in the cages on it. Like that
Yeah.
one is so clean. And so what was it like for y'all making the songs that are on that one?
That one was a whole different like experience and a different like time in our life, but definitely like there was a lot of not even pressure, but um a lot of urgency to make something that really represented us and our values. That one was with the whole band, and we I don't think we said it much, but that was all like live recording. We couldn't record on a grid and it sound natural, so we went into a studio that gave us the capability to all be playing at the same time and just take the best takes and stitch them together so that it just sound the most natural and raw because that's what it needed to be. It didn't need to be some overproduced studio thing. It needed to be our best representation. And so the one that you mentioned when we were in Beaverton and they were with us in San Diego and they're going to be with us this Friday in LA. This is our band. It's not just like some people that came together to make, bring our songs to life. This is like our actual band. The Neighborhood Kids started as it started as us, but the band was like the very beginning, so that's why that was our first project. But yeah, so the making of that project was just raw, us coming together, spending money on a good studio so that it could, live the test of time and sound good, and spending the money on who's now our guitarist, but our engineer John, he just brought it to life in the mixing, and yeah, that's Every Child Left Behind.
Definitely. And you're talking about John the Funky Monk.
John the Funky Monk, yep.
Yeah, he's super dope. Did he just mix or did he actually produce The World Is Worth Saving?
He produced The World Is Worth Saving. I think we all like kind of came together, but it was mainly I actually have a little flute part on there, like a Like you might hear in the background, there's like a little flute. But yeah, I think John did uh the electric guitar, Wax did vocals and acoustic guitar, and then Wax's brother Herbal T did the congas and all the percussions. But
Mm.
John did the drums, electric guitar. He did the bass too, and he arranged it. So yeah, yeah, he produced it for sure and recorded it. Like we went to his house and did it. It was yeah, a lot of our stuff is like in-house home studios, but he has a really nice one. Calling his as a home studio is like he is not doesn't do it justice because he has like really really good gear there, you know.
Heck yeah. No, it sounds like he's holding it down. I definitely got respect. Um, and so with the video you guys made for Kids in the Cages, because that just came out, I can think now maybe it's like about 2 months ago or somewhere
Yeah.
around there. What was it like for y'all making that video? It was dope visuals.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that one took a long time to make because we wanted to do different scenes. Like we did a few different things. Like we did the landscaper, the jardinero, we did the cooks, we did the
Dishwasher.
actually, yeah, the dishwasher and the kind of like the ice detention center, which we made it look like an ice detention center. Um, so that one had a bunch of different scenes, so it did take about a year just to put it together and edit it. So shout out to Mighty Muds because he did all the filming and he also did all the editing too, and he we were going back and forth like on revisions. So
Eight of them.
he was very patient with us because we wanted like a very certain like vision, right? And also shout out to Keanu.
Big K.
He
Yeah.
yeah, Big K film label. He also did some of the filming, like the protest shots and
He went to the ICE protest that was happening and
Mhm.
he
Mm.
was on the ground. So all those videos that were like in black and white at the protest were him on the street getting videos for this video.
Oh, dope, dope.
Yeah.
Boots on the ground with the people. Yeah. Heck yeah. No, that's super dope. The visuals were poignant, and that's one of the things too that I wanted to say for you guys is that you guys are really, I keep saying like, holding the torch, like taking the torch, but like you guys are really killing it when it comes to the social media presence that you guys have. There's not many artists that I see that are consistent as with dropping like dope visuals as you guys. You guys have been good with that over the past 2 years plus. Shout out to because I know that at least some of those visuals. Shout out to JG, DJ JG, because I know that
Yeah.
he's been behind some of the cameras, and I'm just basing that off seeing the captions where y'all give him the credit for being behind the camera on those. And you guys, is high quality visuals. You guys are consistent with it. It's like you guys have figured out like the algorithm and like this is what you have to do and I mean consistency is so crucial, having high quality is crucial, and so you guys are killing it on that front. I feel like right now on the West Coast, like there's like you guys are like on the top in terms of like motion, in terms of the movement and the motion, you know what I mean? Like let's say it was like 3 years ago or so, maybe 4 years now, Coast Contra, who you guys may know, like they were
Mhm.
killing it. They had like a bunch of dope visuals. Then they had that visual where they're all at the table and they're just doing like the cipher all around and everything. Like they were consistent with it, coming real with it. And then like you guys since in the last like 2 years have been like you guys took that torch and like yeah, we're like killing it. And I feel like on the whole West Coast, there's like not another act that is like just as that has the motion that you guys have. So shout out to y'all big time for being real with it. I feel like you guys have a cohesive team. It's gotta be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And then
And
we have it like branched out to like other people like out of our area that come out, like shouts out, because we're in San Diego, Big K and Mighty Muzz are in LA and they help us with stuff when we're in the area. And then shouts out Fern in SF. He does Bamboo's videography. So whenever we're in the area, he comes through and we link up and it's just fun to work with him because he's actually the one that did our Kids in the Cages video that like went viral on the overpass.
mm,
And all of us thought nothing when we did that. We're like, oh yeah, this is just a cool video because we just got to be consistent. That one just blew up crazy. Like, yeah, and ever since then, and it was just funny because he's just the run and gun type guy. He's like, location, we're in and out in the time of the song. You know what I mean? Like, he's crazy.
That's dope. Guerrilla style. So now at this point now we're on the Voice of the Revolution album, and now you guys are on tour. And so, what was it like? I remember when me and Miguel first started talking. But this was before the album came out. Miguel was like, yeah, like we got something special for y'all. And I knew he wasn't lying. And then when the album dropped, I'm like, oh, this is on a whole, this is a whole nother thing right here. You guys, it was dope features. I'm talking about Say Rock, Bamboo, like you guys had on there. Like y'all did great with this album. From start to finish, I feel like this album is no skips. And so if you haven't copped this album, or I mean, if you're watching this right now, I'm pretty confident you've listened to it. Like we're all fans out here, you know what I mean? But are y'all gonna have albums for sale when you come up for the concert?
We'll have CDs for sale, and we're still in production for vinyls, but the next best thing, we have cassettes for the first time ever. So
Dope.
we'll we'll make sure there's a couple out there for the Arcadians.
Yes, no, that's dope. We're gonna be stoked. I'm definitely gonna try to cop some of those, and I'm so glad to see that artists are, like helping move this bar away from, like these streaming companies, like especially like Spotify, who supports ICE and all this kind of stuff. Like, and then they don't give any money to the artists. It's like the big artists get all the share, and then medium and smaller artists, like they're basically like getting nothing. You get like pennies for like 1,000 streams and stuff like that, right? Like it's a bad direction that it all went towards. It's all towards, that's how they really want it, is they don't want us to own anything, but actually owning the physicals, that's something, and that's coming back. So shout out to y'all for having the CDs and the tapes too. I got a tape player, you know what I mean? And so, I'm gonna get both of those, So unless the other cats around here in Arcata get it before me. So, shout out to y'all for that. But so what was it like recording the album? How long did it take you guys? Did you guys do it all down in, like, let's say SoCal? Or and so what was the experience like for that?
This album was a beautiful process. I think the like the catalyst of this project were Hush and Biddy Bomb, because I bought those beats like 10 years ago, like a long time ago, and just I knew that they were special beats and they had to be something special. Um I Hush was actually, that version was made before Every Child even came out.
Mm,
And that's why there's two Hush. There's one with the band and there's one on this one. So that one was like us being like, we want to get back into like the hip hop roots that like founded us as the neighborhood kids. So we just, this whole project is there's live instruments, but it's mainly hip hop production, dope samples. There's producers from all over the world that produced a couple tracks. There's a lot of it's produced by Nico, our guitarist, and DJ JG has a production credit on there too. And Verde even has one on the bamboo track. So um, it was 100% making music that was for the people, and music that was for the hip hop heads. And we just got inspiration from the classic albums we listened to. That's why there's interludes, there's intros, there's everything, so that it's just not just it's not a playlist. This is an album that you could listen to a couple songs, but definitely you should listen to it front to back as an experience, like a book, you know?
hmm that's such a dope concept, and I think that is something that's slowly getting lost. It is turning into more just like a playlist, and so it makes it more artful when you actually have like that it's like an experience laid out that you guys have laid out for people. And shout out to Nico Rosie, that's y'all's guitarist. Shout out to him. I love
Mhm.
seeing him in the videos when y'all have him in some of the videos, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. And JG, no cap. Like, I mean, this is an album where I feel like a lot of the sounds in hip hop, there's different subgenres, and there's, different, like, there's trap, drill, etc. But like JG is like, I feel like the dopeness that he has when it comes to him scratching over the album and over y'all songs, like that's like
Mhm.
bringing back that pillar, you know what I mean? Like the DJ is a pillar of hip hop, and so like he's really holding it down. Shout out to him for that.
Shout out JG.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And so y'all have done tour dates already. And so out of all the ones that you guys have done so far, what was like maybe like your most memorable one?
I think all of them have been super memorable because Chicago was our first time doing our own show in Chicago. We've only been there once before with Tom Morello, but very, you're an opener. Like we left with people like knowing who we were, but that one was beautiful. The the Beaverton organ, being able to bring the band out. That's the first time we brought them out to do these new songs. So that was insane. And but the San Diego one, I think that's probably like going to be the most memorable one because San Diego is a very chill town, or not chill, but sometimes it's hard to get people out because they have a lot of options. So we were able to sell out a show in our hometown, and it was in a backyard, all ages. It was the backyard of the skate shop that has a skate ramp. Brought our band
Oh,
out, did very grassroots. Our guitarist John brought his speakers to have the sound. We had dope artists on there, and kids were just there playing on the skate ramp, sliding up and down it, and people were sitting crisscross applesauce listening to artists, and then people got up and were jumping around. Like it was a beautiful moment. I'm still like living off of that high.
heck yeah. No, it always feels good. I'm sure on both sides, for the hometown heroes to just, put on for the city and then for the people to actually get to enjoy that. Like, that's like, oh yeah, I'm glad that they turned out for you and that one was dope. Like, that's super dope right there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then the one, like you said, up there with the full live band. I don't know who like was doing the videography for that one, but the videography was clean because I could just like it was dope. Looked like a dope experience. Like,
Big Cave. That's Keanu. That's the guy who did the some of the shots and Kids in the Cave. Actually shot Biddy Bomb. He was the one that filmed the Biddy Bomb music video.
oh, dope. Heck yeah. See, that's what's up right there. Um, and so what was it like? So a lot of my friends, we've been talking about everything. Like some of my friends was like, they were like, yo, this is like two of the bands that I've been wanting to see for years, talking about y'all and the Indigenous Cats. Like when did y'all start to work with the Indigenous Cats?
So we've known the Cats for years. How long do you think we've known them for?
I'd say maybe five. Is
It has to
that
be more. No, it has
overshoot?
to be more.
Okay, maybe like
Like,
six.
because they were at the Saving the People. What was that 2019? Like 6 or 7 years. We've known them for so long. We
Mhm.
booked them like a long time ago for Verde's Saving the People album show, and um, as of like actually working with them, I think just a couple years back is when the first song I think we made with them fully was They Aim at Us, but before that we made a couple songs that are going to be on our project that we're working on with them. But now it's been at that point where when we meet up and have the intention of making music, we can just make music together. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, they're our best friends for real. Like I don't think I've ever met and connected with like a hip hop duo couple the same way we have connected with them. And it's just really interesting. Like we kind of have a lot of similarities. It's really interesting. It's almost like we always say we're like parallel universe, like, it's really cool. But shout out to Ina and Calm from the Indigenous Cats. They're lovely people and so nice, so sweet, and so humble too, they're incredibly dope and they're just kind of like chill about it. They're really sweet people.
Heck yeah. No, all together too. All four of y'all are a force, like without a doubt. And that's one of the dopest things. And they aim at us, like how y'all just like go from person to person, like you know what I mean? Like that's ill right there. You don't hear that often, and when you hear it, y'all hit the mark, more than hit the mark. Y'all killed that one, you know.
Thank
thank you.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, obviously, I can't say one way or another, but like I'm just saying, like if y'all were come up here and do that one, that's gonna light that place up. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of the set, so I can't put in on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Um, but yeah, they're super dope, and I just wanted to say too, Verde, like you straight up, like right now, Like you are my favorite artist, and a
Mhm.
lot of it has to do with that, without a doubt, the bars and the lyrics that you be putting forth. But then too, like one of the things that people just kind of like, I don't know if they just maybe it just they just kind of gloss over certain things, but like I hear it, like, I'm a connoisseur, and it's like you got like the multiple voices that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super dope. The way like you just like you're at the top for me, right? Like there's nobody like when I listen to the album, like especially your verse on Time to Get Free. Like,
Thank
yo,
you.
you both killed that one, and Say Rock killed it too. But I
Oh
mean,
man.
yeah, she, I mean, and then she comes in like, with that little bit of lower voice, but then just like what she's talking about straight on through, like three fifths, compromise, how they, and then all the way to the end of it, a nightmare or a feverish dream. Like, I'm just like, whoa,
Yeah, it's incredible. And shout out to her. She's been doing it for years now. I think she has like, what is it, like 50 albums or something,
Something
something
crazy.
incredible. Like her discography is like incredibly
Yeah.
large, you know?
Yeah, great music video. She has a tiny desk. Like she's a legend. Like her not being talked about more is criminal, you know?
For
For
real.
real.
Yep. The fact that she's like still maybe potentially considered like underground because she maybe hasn't like
Yeah.
broken through like as much as like maybe some of these other people or whatever. That's an injustice right there because she's
Yeah.
fire. So my
For real.
homies, even from down in Oakland and stuff, like we've been talking about her for years. And one of my homies down there put me on, and I've just been like, whoa, like why is she not like on top?
Mhm.
So heck yeah. And then when I saw y'all did a duet or that had her as a feature on the album, I was like, I almost skipped straight to that. I wanted to listen to it straight through, but I almost went straight to that, like what, Yeah, y'all killed that one without a doubt.
Um,
So yeah, now you guys have a few more well, and I don't want to say a few more. Like there's more tour dates. I don't even think it's like halfway done. Like you guys haven't even hit halfway on the tour. So you guys got some more
No,
dates.
we're on stop 5 right now, and I think right now, including that one, I think we have 9 more stops on just the driving portion of the tour.
That's dope. And I know that all these folks, like I'm sure y'all gonna be selling out each and every venue, and the people are gonna be so stoked to see you just because like the motion right now, like it's like, oh shoot, like when I started telling people up here, like that was like the most likes that I got on a post when I posted just the flyer for this show. People were like, what? And resharing it, and and so we're stoked. We're absolutely stoked. Shout out to y'all for doing this tour. It's basically a West Coast tour, or actually, you guys started in Chicago though, too, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But honestly, like I think, yeah, it's basically a West Coast tour because Chicago is the only one that got love out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, Chicago's that's a big spot. They definitely love music. You know what I mean? That's a interest. That's a cultural spot without a doubt. And also, I wanted to say real quick too, shout out to y'all because even right before the tour started, y'all were out in Barcelona
Oh man,
for the flotilla's like inauguration and everything like that when they still like started sailing and stuff. Like, shout out to y'all for doing that. That's dope.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. They hit us up with the invitation like a week or two before, and we were like, "Yo, can we even do this?" Like, and they helped us get out there. So we're like, we need to do this when this opportunity does not come. And um, I just know that there's people that probably need the message because they the whole concert that they threw was to like light their fires before they go across this treacherous journey. So yeah, like us doing our part was nothing compared to the journey that they're on. So like we had to do it and make the best of our trip out there. And yeah, it was I did not know what we were getting into, but it was like one of the most beautiful experiences that we had.
It was. It
Really.
was. It was like the crowd was really in tune, and we just didn't know what to expect because we've never been there, ne not even near there before. So it was just really just a whole experience. And we even actually got to do our own little show at an open mic. It's called Doctor Flow, but we did it like with 1 day's worth of notice, and like I think we had like what, like 50 people at
Yeah.
least pull up, but
Like they said it was the most packed open mic that they've had, and then all these people were coming up to us, and it was stunning
yeah.
to us that like across the world. I think it's like a 9 hour time difference, 6,000 miles away. People came to see us in a day's notice.
Yeah.
We posted the flyer the night before. People pulled up. And huge shout out to all the people that organized that show, but the flotilla launch event. And all of our struggles are intertwined and combined because it was for Gaza. But Team Congo RDC was out there, and the owner of that page, she was there, and we got to meet her in the flesh, and that was like, and she was there speaking, like, because we're all in this together. But it was just so beautiful to meet her because she shares our stuff, and she cried when she met us, and said that, like, thank you for putting Congo in your raps, and like that kind of thing just gives us a reminder that, yeah, like, we're doing something, even if it's just shouting these people out or giving them the awareness. It is letting people know that this stuff is going on, and it really moves the mountain, to let people know that people really care, and to the people that don't know what's going on, for them to just have like a inspiration to look up what's going on.
Mhm.
So shouts out Team Congo RDC, because those are our people.
Mhm.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's dope right there. And that's exactly it. It's like, we're, on this on the in the imperial core, living here in the belly of the beast, like we see things from a certain perspective, but I know from what I've when I've talked to friends that are actually out in Gaza and people that are in Sudan and the Congo, like they actually really genuinely appreciate like the stuff, for instance, like y'all are doing, like just bringing that awareness, because that is what is so hard. We're in this very, controlled, mainstream media. They want to program us and only have us see certain things in the algorithm and everything like that. And so it's a really controlled situation over here. And so actually, folks breaking through that and bringing that awareness, and then on top of that, for y'all to be like, like dope artists that are like on the motion that y'all are on, like that means a lot. And so I know that there's folks in Sudan and Congo and Gaza that are like super thankful for what y'all are doing. So I'm just thankful too to be able to even just like hear the music and like see the motion. You know what I mean? Because again, like there's only so many people that are brave enough to actually like say something. Like that's like that barrier right now, where it's like artists are afraid of, like, they're gonna maybe like lose opportunities. Well, y'all are showing them that you can speak up and you can still have the motion that you want to have. That is crucial.
Yeah, a
Thank
hundred
you.
percent.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell y'all what. I want to just take like 2 minutes real quick to let I just want to remind folks that we're gonna have the neighborhood kids, the Indigenous Cats, Nac One at the Arcata Playhouse on June 2nd. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, from what I heard from my people at the Playhouse, those tickets are already halfway sold out, if not even more by at this point. And so those tickets are moving. Don't think, a lot of folks in Humboldt, that's the thing, is people don't buy pre-sale in Humboldt because they're like, we're just gonna figure out what we're gonna do like the day of. Don't miss out. Don't sleep and miss out and not buy your tickets, because you're gonna end up missing out. And we can't go over the capacity and get the fire marshal crazy and all that. We gotta, there's capacity. So get your tickets now. You can go on the Playhouse's website, playhousearts.org, to get your tickets. Real quick, do y'all want to drop? I just always kind of have that where y'all drop, if folks know about the neighborhood kids on the socials. Y'all want to drop your individual socials, let people know where to follow you at?
Yeah, you could follow me at Verde Hip Hop, and you could follow him at Amon_the_MC.
And then you could also find DJ JG, the dopest turntablist. You can find him at DJ_JG. And yeah, then the rest of the band, you can find them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Shout out to y'all for doing it. Shout out to y'all for doing this podcast with me. We are so stoked to have you up here. And good luck with your tour dates between now and then, and good luck with all your tour dates after that. Shout out to y'all for what y'all are doing for music, for the movement, for people. Like it is so crucial. I'm so thankful for y'all. Shout out. Thank you so much again.
Thank
Thank you, man. Thank
you.
you for having us, for
Much
real. It's
love.
been a great talk.
Oh.